In this video, I'm going to be ranking the top 10 best center cards right now in NBA 2K25 My Team, and I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below what center cards are you guys currently running in game, and also let me know what you guys do think about my top 10. But before we get into the top 10, I do want to mention one thing, that Pink Diamond Victor Wembanyama will not be included in this top 10, even though I do believe he is a top 10 center in my team, but I wanted to only have one of his versions, and obviously his Galaxy Opal is a top 10 center card that we'll talk about here in a second, but I did want to also have the Pink Diamond just to give, a chance for more center cards to be included in this top 10. So I know I might have got a question if nobody saw Pink Diamond Wemby in this top 10, asking why is he not a top 10 center and whatnot. So I just wanted to say that right away, that Pink Diamond Wemby is a top 10 center, but is not going to be included in this top 10. So at number 10, I do have Galaxy Opal Yao, a 7'6" center card, 7'9" wingspan, and I feel like Yao still is one of the better centers in this game, just because of that size, especially now with that Dark Matter Zach Edey dropping in game, who's one of the better center cards in my team, is because he's going to do a great job because he's 7'6", 7'9" wingspan, has a great player model on the defensive end, right? 95 block, 92 interior defense, 94 strength. Yes, Yao is a bit on the slower side, only 74 speed, 70 agility is definitely a concern for this card, right, being on a little bit of the slower side, but I still think he's one of the better kind of paint mashers in this game, really good interior defenders. I still think Yao Ming is going to be a top 10 center card. Number 9 is going to be Dark Matter Chet, and I think he's a better power forward than he is center, and that has to do with the fact that he's got a low weight and a low strength, right? Only 84 strength, and he only weighs 195. He's got that kind of skinnier player model in game, and I feel like compared to a card like Yao, who's got 94 strength, he weighs like 310 pounds. If he were to match up against Yao, like if Chet were to match up against Yao, I feel like Yao would really dominate on the interior, able to back down Chet, and I feel like that would cause a huge mismatch on the interior and on the offensive end. So Chet is a very good power forward card, and he still is one of the better centers in this game, like 98 block, 97 interior defense. He can definitely hold his own at the center position. Like, he's great defensively, has a good jump shot, he can score the ball, he's quick at center, right? 90 speed, 92 agility. So you're playing more of like a risky kind of game, and you're playing more of like, not small ball because he's 7'1", but he's not a traditional like center card. For example, at number 8, I think Joel Embiid is a better power forward card, but I do think he's better than Chet at center just because he weighs 280 pounds, right? He's got that 98 strength. So I think as a center card, Embiid is personally better than Chet. I do think Chet's the better card than Embiid, but I would say I would give the slight edge to Embiid at the center position, right? 7 foot at center, 7'5" wingspan. Really good defensive center card, 98 block, 98 interior defense. Again, he's got that speed, right? A really fast center card, 90 speed, 93 agility. He's also got a pretty good jump shot, on very quick. It's a fast release, easy to green. And he's also got some decent dribble sigs, right? Like, he's got that James Harden dribble style to definitely help him out on the offensive end a little bit with his dribbling. But realistically, Embiid's just going to be a great defender, knock down 3-ball, set screens, roll to the basket, pick and pop, that type of stuff with the Joel Embiid. Number 7 is going to be Dark Matter Hakeem, and I think Embiid and Hakeem are always so close in rankings, whether it's the power forward or the center position. I think they're pretty much the same card. I would just give this slight edge to Hakeem. I think he's got better dribble sigs, which doesn't really matter too much for your center, but I think it can be valuable to have a card that can move a little bit better, in case you're in a bailout situation where you need to get a bucket with your center card at the top of the key with like 5 seconds, and you got to dribble a little bit, or maybe you're just in a situation where you need your center card to be able to dribble and be able to move. I think Hakeem has a little bit better dribble sigs. I think his jump shot is also slightly better, but that one definitely comes down to preference. I know a lot of people do like Joel Embiid's jump shot, and again, both these cards are going to be great defensively, going to have great player models, great defensive stats and badges, and also do weigh quite a bit at the center position, and do have a 97 strength. So you could rank Embiid over Hakeem if you wanted to at the center position, but I do think it's a very close ranking. Number 6 is going to be Dark Matter D-Rob. I think this card, again, is probably better at the power forward position. If you have Dark Matter D-Rob, I would probably play him at power forward because he has that power forward eligibility compared to his Galaxy Opal card in Season 3, where he can only play center. So it's nice that he can play power forward on this card, but I still think he's one of the best centers in this game if you wanted to run him at the center position. He's 7'1", 7'5" wingspan, and this card, just like the past couple cards, but even more insane, like he's got that 96 perimeter compared to Hakeem, right? 93 perimeter compared to Embiid, 93 perimeter compared to Chet's only 92. So I do like the fact that I think D-Rob's a little bit better on the perimeter defensively. He's got that 99 block, 99 interior defense, you know, also having that 98 strength. He's got a great player model in game. But for me personally, it just comes down to the fact that I like his jump shot the most out of the cards like Hakeem, Embiid, Chet, right? Those type of cards. I do like his jump shot the most personally. I think he's the best defender I've talked about so far. And I do think D-Rob, yes, he's better as a power forward, but is still one of the best center cards in this game. Now, halfway into the list here, boys, at number 5 is going to be Dark Matter Kareem. And for me, I think Kareem is the better center card than D-Rob, but I do think D-Rob is slightly better at the power forward position, but both are very close rankings. I just think Kareem has more of that center player model. He's a little bit taller, right? 7'2" at the height, right? Same wingspan. It just kind of has that more lanky player model, and I think he's just a tad bit better as a center, but these two cards are so comparable and so close in my opinion at the center position. But now getting into the top 4, I would say this is a pretty clear consensus top 4 center cards in this game. I mean, you have a 100 overall Kristaps, is only the 4th best center. That's kind of crazy. 7'2", can play center, 7'6" wingspan. He's a 100 overall card. So Kristaps Porzingis is going to have these unreal, ridiculous stats, like 98 speed on a Kristaps, 99 strength, which is ridiculous. Has like 98 perimeter, 98 steal, right? Obviously a 99 block, 99 interior defense. And Kristaps, yes, they didn't change his jump shot, but his release on very quick is definitely a good enough jump shot, like especially for a center card. He has a really good release. He's got decent enough dribble sigs, and I think Kristaps could be considered higher on this list if you wanted to, but I do have him at number 4. Number 3 is going to be 100 overall Shaq, and the thing for me is I think Kristaps is taller, right? I don't think he necessarily has the better player model because Shaq does have a longer wingspan, also weighs 325 pounds compared to only 240. So I would say Shaq's got the better player model, but the big difference for me between these cards is obviously going to be in the animations. I think Shaq got a changed jump shot. He's got that Chris Bosh base. He's got the Franz Wagner upper on very quick timing. I do think it's a slightly better jump shot than Kristaps' own base release on very quick. But then I think the huge difference is the dribble sigs. They gave a 7'1" Shaquille O'Neal card be able to move like a guard. He's got the best dribble style in the game with the MJ dribble style. He's got the Zach LaVine escape, the Curry behind the back. Like, he's got really good dribbling animations that make this card actually play more like a guard than a big, if anything, but he can still hold his own, obviously at the center position defensively, because he's an absolute monster on defense. He can mash if he wants to. That strength, that player build, he is so strong. 99 strength. I mean, this card is absolutely unreal at the center position. But I do think that Galaxy Super Victor Wembanyama is a slightly better center card. Now, I think Shaq and Kristaps are two better cards than Wemby, just because they can both play power forward, and they're obviously a lot better at the power forward position. But I think with Wemby, having that extra height, right, 7'4" at center, 7'8" wingspan, having that lanky player build, and it's not like Wemby's bad, right? Like, he's still got a very good jump shot. He's still great defensively, and his animations are some of the best in this game. So I think he's the better center card than Shaq and the better center card than Kristaps. But I do think both those cards are obviously way better, as not maybe way better, but are definitely better just as power forward cards. But I do think Victor Wembanyama is the second best center in my team, only behind that man, Dark Matter Zach Edey, that just dropped. I think it's about a week ago now when you guys are seeing this video, because obviously we got the Bracket Busters Festival last Friday, and Dark Matter Edey is unreal. A 7'5" center card, 7'10" wingspan, and they gave him 86 speed, 86 agility, which is unbelievable because he's already got a great jump shot on very quick timing. Now he's got an 88 3-point shot. He's got Hall of Fame Deadeye, set shot specialist. We know his defense is going to be unreal, so he's a taller card than Wemby. He's got a bigger wingspan than Wemby. Arguably has the better player model than Wemby. He's got a lot more strength because Wemby's only got 70 strength, right? So it's going to be a little bit of a mismatch if Zach Edey were to match up against Galaxy Football Wemby. He's got 97 strength. He can take Wemby in the post, and he's going to have a huge physical mismatch down low. So I do think he's a slightly better center card than Wemby, but I do think these are the two best centers right now in my team, followed behind, I should say, by 100 overall Shaq and Kristaps Porzingis. But guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about my top 10. And like I said earlier, what center cards you guys currently rocking in my team, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.